Is a time pass? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Brahmanande Vidyananda. Ultimately, Ananda is the only thing that is the truth. All other things are useless. But this can be discovered only by proper inquiry. So in Brahmanande Atmananda, in this chapter 12, it was very distinctly told. Whenever our mind is carrying the burden of desire, we are unhappy. See? What is the desire? Desire is a wrinkle on the mind. The cloth is beautiful, but because of the wrinkles, the beauty of the cloth gets hidden. Then what we have to do? Take the iron box, move on that. When it is done, where those wrinkles have gone? Nowhere. They don't exist. They only appear. And that appearance of the wrinkles hide the beauty of the cloth. If this is clear, exactly, desires are the wrinkles on the mind. And these wrinkles can be removed only by the proper understanding. See? So, what is the understanding? I want a cup of tea, wrinkles, and I get it. Aha, I am happy. Because I wanted a cup of tea, I got it. Conclusion. When I did not have tea, I was miserable. When I got tea, I am happy. Therefore, happiness has come from tea. See? If happiness was the content of the tea, then everybody should be happy with a cup of tea. But it doesn't happen. Like heat is the content of the fire, and therefore everybody whosoever touches, he gets burnt. In the same manner, if happiness is the content of tea or any object, then everybody whosoever takes tea should be happy, but it doesn't happen. Then the question comes, I can't just bypass my own experience. I am really happy when I got that cup of tea. So here, Brahmanande, Vidyananda start inquiring. So when I wanted a cup of tea, it is a desire. When I got a cup of tea, desire is quietened. Therefore, happiness has not come from cup of tea, but because of the quietening of the desire. And therefore, desire-free experience is happiness. Therefore, Atmanandoktarithyasmin Jivatmani Avadharite Bhokta Naivasti. Therefore, who is experiencing, who is enjoying? Nobody. See? So, this reality is to be recognized, that which is present in the absence of everything. And therefore, Sharire Natu Jvaraha. Then, with this understanding, we will not be attached to the body and start living as the body for the body on everybody. Now, this is with reference to the worldly desires or happiness. Now we go to the otherworldly happiness. Punya papadvaya chinta dukkham amushmikam bhavet prathamadhyaya evoktam chinta naevam tapediti. Once I discover, accept it, that essentially I am divine. And how do you discover this thing? Only by analyzing your own experiences. What do we have in deep sleep that we are so happy? What do we have? Nothing. On the contrary, deep sleep is an experience of absence of everything, including ourselves. See? Therefore, this jiva, if he does good karma, he will go to heaven. If he does bad karma, this is all bluff. Therefore, this worry, what happens after death? Nothing has happened when you are alive. Nothing will happen after death. Therefore, punya papa dvaya chinta dukkham amushmikam bhavet. This worry is only with reference to the other world. And therefore, these worries do not touch me, because I have discovered that I am not the son, I am the man. I have discovered I am not the husband, I am the man. I have discovered that I am not the father, I am the man. So, we have done nothing. How simple it is, friends. But then we take these conditioned expressions of the son, the father and husband as real, and we suffer. Exactly the same way, the divinity that we are, there is no sin, there is no merit. See, friends. Now, for this, again, analyze your experience. When I see the Vigraha of Bhagavan Krishna, will the eyes become holy? And if the eyes see something dirty, filthy thing, will the eyes become unholy? No. Rule is what? Illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Simple rule. But then what happens? We start comment. Dekho suno bolo. See? Stop. Immediately you go beyond the merit and dismerit or the papa. Now, yatha pushkara paranesmin apam ashleshanam tatha vedana urdhva gami karmanaha ashleshanam budhe. See, just like the lotus leaf is born and brought up and exists in the waters, but the waters cannot touch. In the same manner, agami karma. Once we have discovered our divine nature, thereafter, agami karma means what? The karma which is done after we are born in this world. Now, whatever karma we are doing, that will be giving the result in the next life, the agami karma. So, this agami karma also disappear because we have discarded that I am a soul and I am going to die and again going to be born. This birth and death bluff is over once for all. Friends, please hold on to this. Death is an illusion. Nobody has ever died. Do this practice only. Nobody has the experience of death. Because we see other bodies dying, we think I am also body, so I will also die. No. Even that body also doesn't die. It disintegrates. That's it. Who died? Therefore, Vedanat Urdhvam Agami Karmanaha Ashleshanam Bude. Therefore, for the wise man, there is no worry about the prarabdha karma or the sanchita karma or the agami karma, because he has gone beyond the sense of doership. Ishika truna tulasya vannidaha yat kshanadhyatha tatha sanchita karmasya dagdham bhavati vedanat. See? If you take the dry flowers of some grass, the moment the fire comes in contact with them, they are burnt into ashes instantaneously. Exactly the same way, sanchita asya karma dagdham bhavati vedanat. Sanchita karma, the past. Now here I'll give you a little more detail. Be very attentive. There is nobody in this world, through him, good or bad has never happened. Knowingly, unknowingly. There is nobody. Now the question is, what troubles us is the past. I should not have done that. But I don't know why did I do that time. When you are thinking about it, when you are 85, you're not out. And then that keeps on bothering again and again, again and again. Friends, try this. Do not bring your past experiences in the present. Why? Past belonged to the body, not to you. Body was a baby, and with that small body, I got identified. Therefore, somebody was born. When the body has gone, now I am no more a child or a teenager, then naturally that body who was a child or a teenager, they also have gone. Why carry the burden? See? Api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakruttamaha. Bhagavan Krishna says in the 4th chapter, if you have a doctorate in committing sins, api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakruttamaha. See, superlative degree. Vrijinam santarishyasi. By this knowledge, you will cross all the past sanchita karma once for all. Therefore, friends, work on this sincerely. Don't talk about your past. Don't tell your past. And don't ask anybody about their past. You have taken a long leap on the spiritual path. Otherwise, the same old stuff. When we were there, when we were here. There's nothing worth in this world unnecessarily blocking our head. So, Ishika trunam tulasya vanni daha kshanat. Like the dry flowers, they get burnt in a fraction of moment. In the same manner, asya sanchita karma dagdham bhavati. All your past gone. There was, let us say, some thief, Gabbar Singh, easy to remember. And he was encircled by the police. And they announced, Gabbar Singh, surrender yourself. You are encircled by the police. Don't try to be smart. Hand over to us. And 2-3 times announcement. Suddenly there was a blast in that house where he was staying. And when that happened, then the police entered the house and they found Gabbar Singh has shot him dead. What will be written on his file? Criminal seized, file closed. See? When there is no past, you are nobody. File closed. No, but I have done this thing. Go to the jail. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. See, friend, this is not average spiritual practice. This is the highest spiritual practice. All the time, the same old stuff, When I got married, I came to this house and they treated me like this thing, blah, blah, blah. Arey yaar, forget about it. The biggest gift God has given us is the ability to forget. This is the biggest gift. Take money from somebody and forget. See what a joy it is. Those who will remember, they will suffer. See, I told you, forget. Don't carry the past in the present. Therefore, Sanchita Karmasya Dagdam Bhavati Vedana. The moment you accept this, past belongs to the body, not to me. And the funny part, we accept it, but we don't accept it. How it is we accept it, but we don't accept it? Contradiction. Wherever there is a contradiction, the reality is hidden behind the contradiction. See? Joy, opposite, sorrows. I know the joy, so I am there. I know the miseries, so I am there. If I experience the joy and don't become a joyful body, and if I experience the miseries, then I don't become a miserable body, then who am I? I am hidden behind these contradictions, but I am not contradicted or influenced by anybody. This is what Bhagavan says, Dvandvai vimukta sukadukka sanjnaihi. Joy I know, miseries I know, therefore who am I? The one who is doing both of them is beyond them. See, therefore, this knowledge is the only way. So don't bring the past, remain in the present. And to remember the past, you have to put efforts. Again, see, sometimes when we talk to somebody, see, when we went to, remember, Ayodhya, when did we go? You have gone away from the present. And this fun I enjoy in the old couples. Old couples are the best entertainment in this world. One example I'll tell you. My friend took me to Shimla. And he said, Swamiji, I have got some urgent meeting. I'll just come within an hour or two. But don't worry, my in-laws are here. They will talk to you. I was offered to them as a bait. Now that old husband and wife, they started. Old people cannot live in the present. So, Swamiji, have you come to this place earlier? I said, no, this is my first visit. First visit, we came for our honeymoon to this place. I asked him, are you teasing me or what? I think we got married, husband Uvacha. We got married in 1922 in the month of December. It was such a cold weather. Whenever the old husband says something, old wife has to contradict. It is a rule. So the wife said, you might have married to someone else, not to me. We got married in 32. No, it was 22. No, it was 32. Time pass. If you remain in the utter present, you have nothing to think, relax. All the time thinking about the past. Therefore, when you recognize this truth, that the truth is only in the present, without past and future. The special category teachers, when they teach English in the school, in Bihar, UP, future, say F-U-T-U-R-E, future. And that very time, the school inspector comes. What are you teaching? Is this the culture of our country? This is what happens. Remain in the utter present. Don't go in the past or the future. यथै दांसी सविद्धोग्नि भस्मसात कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात कुरुते तथा. Bhagavad Gita. Hey Arjun, like the fire burns everything to ashes. Exactly, this fire of knowledge. What is the fire of knowledge? We have no choice but to remain in the present. We have no choice. You cannot live yesterday, you cannot live tomorrow. Where is the choice? But instead of remaining in the present, we all the time either go in the past because we are old, and the children, they are all the time in the future. And the present is totally disrespected. See, it's so simple, friends. Because we disrespect the present, we suffer in life. See, this example probably I gave yesterday or somewhere. Suppose I tell this Jyoti, she comes to my place. And she sits and I go now and then outside and she again ask her. Before she replies, again I go and come back. Naturally, one gets frustrated. What happened? No, some very important person was supposed to come. Meaning, you are unwanted. Exactly. When we talk all the time about the past and the future, we are disrespecting the present. But when you transcend the impact of the past and the future, present is also not a tense. Then it is presence. Converting the tense, present tense, when converted, it becomes presence. That presence is our essential nature. Jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Therefore, friends, don't give too much importance on this karma. Those who are following Buddhism, Jainism, Yoga, Sankhya, they survive on this bluff. See? All the time talking about the past, present, future. It is so important. Without this, there is no way out. Therefore, second example is given. Yasya naham kruto bhavaha buddhir yasya na lipyate hatvapi sa iman lokan na hanti na nibadyate. He who is free from the notion of I do, see, then buddhir yasya na lipyate, and therefore no impressions are formed on his mind as a result of any action. Net result, atvapi sa iman lokan, even if he kills everyone, yet na hanti na nibadyate, he is not the killer. And therefore he is not bound. Now understand this thing. Yasya naham kruto bhavaha. This is such a simple thing. I was staying in some Assamese family many years before. And they had one grandson, a Rakshasa incarnate. So my room where I was staying, all of them had gone for some function. And I was at home reading something. That time I wrote my book, that Sadachara. I wrote it, every word, by hand. So, somebody came and said, see, these are the things to be given to them. Shall I leave it here? I said, okay, leave it here. Those days, no terrorism, no corona. So, some material will be kept in some bags, and there was one this oil bottle that was also kept. Now this Rakshasa came along with every. First he came to me, to find out what Swami is doing. After he came, first thing he did, lifted that bottle, oil bottle. What is that? And it slipped from his hand, it fell, and the carpet was smeared with oil. Very smart. From there, he wiped his hand to the carpet itself and said, Dadima, Dadima, yes, my dear Krishna. And then he said, look, our maid servant Kalpana, what she has done in Swamiji's room. And that dumb grandmother came. Oh God, called that girl. Kalpana, idhar aao. Why did you do this? No, I didn't do this thing. I don't know also. Do you think my Krishna is telling lies? Now that child understands. If I am not the doer, I will not get punishment, is it not? But our problem is ahankara vimudhatma karta ahamiti manyate. But we have this terrible notion, I have done, I have done, I have done. Yasya nahankruto bhavaha. Friends, things happen. But we have that arrogance. I have done this, I have done that. We can't do anything in this life without His will. Therefore, yasya nahankruto buddhi yasya na lipyate. This is another thing I told you, very simple technique. Experience without experiencer is creating zero impressions on the mind. And how to do that? Dekho suno mat bolo. When you talk, you have created an impression on your mind because the speaker, the doer, the knower was born. See? Many people ask us this question. Swamiji, when we listen to you in the lecture, it becomes so easy. There is no difficulty. But the moment we go out, put on our slippers or shoes, everything disappears. What is the reason? Don't put on your shoes. Put on someone else's new shoes and go. You will remember everything. So why this happens? Because while listening, it was not fully involved. So when you are listening to satsanga, you are practicing. Dekho suno mat bolo, theek hai. See? Therefore, buddhi yasya na lipyate. Try this. And how to try this? Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. Same krutva. We either win or we are defeated, we gain or we lose, either happiness or joy. Naivam papam avapsasi. Let these different kind of experiences not create any dent and dash on our mind. This dent and dash is nothing but a memory. No memory. Forget about everything. See, we have to remember to forget. Hatvapi sa iman lokan. Because there is no doer, there cannot be any sin or merit. Therefore, this knowledge alone can help us to get out of the wrong. Now, what can be the height of this experience or wisdom? Mata pitror vadasteyam bhruna hatyanyad idrusham na muktim nashet papam mukha kantir na nashyati. Now, when there is no sense of doership, absolutely zero, then Mata Pitror Vadaha, killing the parent, steyam, theft, Bhruna Hatya, killing the children while they are in the womb, Na Muktim Nashayet Papam. There is no sin and therefore he will not be debarred from the liberation. And Mukha Kantirna Nashyati, he will not have any kind of gloom on his face. See, friends, whenever we have guilt inside, That guilt is reflected on your face. Whenever we are disturbed, it is reflected. See, the mind is reflected in two places. Number one, the vision. By looking at the eyes, we can tell what is going on in your eyes, in your mind. Okay? And similarly, the skin. The skin is influenced. When one is too much worried. So, mukha kantir na nashyati. Therefore, all the spiritual practice is only knowledge. All other things are okay in their places. What are other things too? Karma and upasana. Now, what is the purpose of karma and upasana? Karmani chitta shuddhyartham. Be very attentive. I'll tell you one story. This comes in our Tripura Rahasya. Parshuramji killed Kshatriya for 21 times. Again, 22nd time, Bhagwan Ram came across. So when he went to fight with him, he was defeated. Parshuramji was defeated. So when one gets defeated, he becomes a sannyasi or goes to the Himalayas. Why? Vairagya. Vairagya is frustration in Krishna. So when he went to that Malaygiri mountain, there was a Mahatma, Fakirananda, Masta. In his very presence, all his tensions, frustration, everything disappeared. Then he asked, what is this experience? I was carrying such a terrible burden on my head, but the moment I came here, what is this experience? I am unable to spell it out. That Mahatma said, this is Brahmananda. What is Brahmananda? Please explain. You have to explain me, then I can understand. Immediately that Mahatma knew. He must be an IT. IT people do not like human faces. They like monitor. Human being hat. See? Constantly objective, question, answer, why. So he said, look here, you are very intelligent. Whenever the teacher glorifies you, he is pulling your leg. And whenever the teacher bangs you left and right, he really loves you. It's ulta, he is not Sida. So, you have to go to the intelligent teacher, not like me. I am just like that. Then go to Dattatreya Bhagwan. And he will give you sadhana. And with that sadhana, he will understand, experience this Brahmananda. Okay, he goes there. And Bhagwan Dattatreya, by looking at the envelope, he can read the contents. So he understood. Here is the case of intellectual poisoning. So he said, yes, unless you do sadhana, how can you realize that experience of bliss? Very good, he knows now. So do sadhana. One stone was given. This is Tripura Devi. And these are the rules and regulations. Get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock. Give Devi hot water bath, milk bath, this, that and everything. Give nice food and naivedya. But you don't take food. You have to observe fast. You should take cold water bath. But goddess, you have to give garam water bath. And he continued. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 year, 2 years, 12 years he did. One day he said, come on, I am only telling she is the Devi. She never said anything. Who is this goddess? I don't know. I think I have wasted 12 years of my life. He goes back to Bhagwan Dattatreya. Sir, I think I have wasted 12 years of my life. Bhagwan says, quite, no. Who is this goddess? Tripura, Devi Tripura. Who is this goddess? Then Bhagavan Dattatreya says, this is not gone waste because now an inquiry kindled in your mind, who is this goddess? Start from who, not from why. Who is disturbed? Who is miserable? Who is angry? Who is successful? Who is a failure? Find out. Then you will come to discover below every experience there is somebody. Then find out, is that somebody real? See friends, that somebody who is not real, how can you help him? See, all the relations, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, are they real? No. See, if somebody is a father-in-law, he is not a father-in-law of whole Coimbatore, only to one unfortunate fellow. That's it. But we are unable to understand all these relational personalities. They are useful to conduct the business of life, but they are not real. See? In the same manner, this goddess, who is this goddess? Then the moment you start, then the text further goes, don't look for the goddess outside. You are that. Tattvamasi. Then we come to know, if I am there, then my wife is there. If I am there, then my property is there. If I am there, then my business is there. See, if there is no business, I continue to exist. If there is no property, I continue to exist. If there is no wife, I continue to exist. But if I am not there, do these three have existence? So what is the reality? Reality, who is this I? And therefore, the real spiritual practice is recognizing this. Don't get carried away by the whim and fancy of the mind. Mind will make us miserable. Trust a cobra. He may not bite you, but don't trust your mind. Mind must be strictly disciplined. Otherwise, the same mind will take us for a ride and thereafter regrets. Therefore, conclusion is dukkha abhava vat eva asya sarva kamapti irita sarvan kaman aptva hi amruto bhavati ataha. So, dukkha abhavavat eva asya. See? Be very attentive. What is that misery? Misery is carrying the burden of desires. When the desires are fulfilled, we are happy. But if we don't have desires at all, like in the deep sleep, what desires we have? No desires. And therefore we are happy. And because we are happy, we snore. Try to be happy silently. Hey, why are you sitting like this? Don't disturb, I am happy. No. We all have the same experience. We are happy in the deep sleep. And therefore we snore. Now try to snore now. If somebody is sleeping, therefore, dukkha abhavavat eva asya sarva kamaptiririta. So, all desires stand fulfilled because there are no sorrows, there is no misery. Because what is the dukkha, misery? The desires are not fulfilled. This, we don't have to do anything, just recognize this thing. Suppose you want something and you get it. That time watch what happens. Immediately, as if a burden is removed. Why? Desire is fulfilled. Like such a lovely weather, heavily raining, sit looking at the rains from the window and have a nice quilt around you and goes, very cozy atmosphere and mood. Then announcement, such a lovely weather. If someone can give nice garam cup of tea, how nice it will be. That poor lady, can't you think something better? All the time eating. And again, poor lady, she gives the cup of tea. Not again, like that. Take is a gentleman's way of telling. Is the wife's way of telling. And now he is accustomed to. So he takes the sip. Again, only tea? What about pakoda? That poor lady again makes some pakoda. Pakoda. Don't we have mirchi in our house? Chilies? Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, second is standing in your queue. Therefore, here, when there is no misery because there are no desires. See? And this is the experience of the wise man. See? Dukkha abhavavat asya means this wise man. Sarva kamapti irita. Sarvan kaman avaptva hi amrita abhavat ityatah. Upanishad tells, Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyomanna soshnute sarvan kamansa. All his desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Be very attentive. Our desires are fulfilled in a sequence. I should complete my studies, complete. I should go to foreign, go. I think I should come back to India, come back. Then I should do some job, you get a job. One after another. And it has no end. But here for the wise man, all the desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. No loose ends left in life. Bhagavan described this experience. Iti guyyatamam shastram idam uktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakrutyascha bharata. Krutakrutyascha bharata means life discovers fulfillment. There are no loose ends left. Life is complete. Just an incomplete example. Before we were coming here, rains and everything, all the time, worries in the mind. Oh God, we should reach there. I should go. Once we reach the destination, all the worries with reference to the traveling are over, is it not? Exactly. When we are one with our divine self, you are relaxed. Therefore, mauj mein raho, mauj karo nahi. Be happy, don't become happy. We have known only becoming happy. If I get this thing, I become happy. If I get that, I become happy. See, friends, how these desires are the worst kind of virus, more than corona. What is the desire virus? Karo. ये करो, वो करो, ऐसा करो, वैसा करो. Corona is better. कुछ मत करो, relax. That is the reason we have given a name to our lecture series during Corona as Corona Festival. On that also question, Swamiji, how can you call Corona Festival? I said, think. I have got only one reply. Think properly. What is there to think? What is the festival? Festival is for everybody. Diwali festival. Everybody. Corona for everybody. Festival. Relax, man. Don't become tense all the time. Dukkha abhavad asya sarva kamapti ritaha. So when Bhagavan says, etat buddhva, not krutva, etat buddhva, buddhiman syad kruta krutascha bharata. Life is fulfilled. Therefore, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Na kuch karna, na kuch pana, na kuch kona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Then what is life? Life is a time pass. See? Take one example. Suppose you have to catch a flight in the morning at, let us say, 6 o'clock. International flight. So 3 hours before you have to go. So you have to reach the airport at 3 o'clock. From your house, the drive is 1 hour. So you have to leave at 2 o'clock. Therefore you plan. I think I will finish my evening supper quickly and sleep. Maybe about 7, 8 o'clock I'll sleep. Get up at 1:30 or so. Take a nice fresh shower, change clothes, and then go to the airport on time. So, first part, finishing dinner, everything you do, and at 7 o'clock you go to sleep. So that you should wake up by 1:30. After every 3 minutes, one desire, you have to catch the flight on time, has destroyed your whole life, is it not? We have got Himalayan desires. Lives after lives are destroyed. Kruta krutascha bharata means what? There are no loose ends to be tied thereafter. Life is fulfilled. See? Fulfillment of life is freedom from desires. Like if you are taken food to a maximum extent, and if somebody comes and tells, this is, Tirupati Balaji Prasad. No, I can't eat. No, keep it, I'll eat later. Why? No possibility. You have fulfilled your stomach. In the same manner, when life is fulfilled, you have nothing to do, nowhere to go. Thereafter, be attentive. Thereafter, the divine starts expressing through us. Because presently, our mind is filled with desires. When all desires stand fulfilled, no more desire, the complete emptiness. In that emptiness, Yamai Vesha Vrunate Tena Labhyaha Tasesha Atma Vivrunate Tanum Swam. In that emptiness, the divine manifests. One example I had given in Delhi recently. You all are traveling and you have to have suitcase. Any suitcase in the world you take, it is always small. Keep on putting the thing inside. And yet, oh God, it is small. Now what to do? I have to put on 7th pair of shoes. How to put that? Add some space. You can't add space in the suitcase. Then remove 5 pairs of shoes. The moment you remove the contents, space is already there. If this example is clear, exactly the same way, we don't have to become divine. Our divinity is covered by all the garbage of desires. See? When there are no desires, in that emptiness, the divine expresses. See? We don't ask this question, where is the space? We can ask the question, where is earth, water, fire, air? Can we ask the question, where is the space? No. Why? What will be the reply? Where the space is not? See? We don't have to go in search of space. We are in the space. Exactly the same way. We don't have to go in search of God. We are that divinity. Brahmanande, Vidyananda. But we are told again and again, papoham, papakarmaham. Then this graha and that graha. See, I think Rahu is troubling, What has to be done? You go and cut his head. Friends, remember this thing. Only graha which really tortures us is duragraha, obsession. Don't be obsessed with anything. Accept the world as it is presented to us by the Lord. One day you will discover this principle. If no failure is a failure if we have learned from that. If we do not learn from the experiences of our own life, then we are utter failure. Remember, every experience is given to us as a suggestion by the divine will. For example, you get toothache. The toothache is given to us to torture us? No. To tell, hey, something is wrong with your tooth. Go to the dentist and get it done. So that pain is not given to make us miserable, but to tell us something is wrong. If this gross example is clear, exactly, if we get hurt in our mind, that time, instead of becoming miserable and seeking sympathy from the world, instead of that, immediately recognize, hey, something is wrong in my thinking. Then what is wrong in my thinking? I expected too many things from too many people in this world. Don't expect anything. You will be happier than the happiest. How simple it is. Therefore, Brahmanande Vidyananda is this. Dukkha abhava vat eva asya sarva kamapti eritaha. Like there are no miseries for him, meaning what? Miseries will come, but he will not become miserable. See? And sarva kamapti erita, all desires stand fulfilled. Sarvan kaman aptva asau hi amruto bhavati ityataha. Therefore, when we live at zero desire level, we are one with the divine. And what is divinity? Living at zero choice level. Divinity of colors and forms is vision. Vision has no choice and no influence. Whatever comes in front is seen, illuminated, but doesn't get influence. Exactly the same way. Let any thoughts come in the mind. Let it come and go. Don't fight with the mind. Don't get lost. Chittavritti nirodhara. Forget, yaar. The thoughts will come in the mind. They can't come in the nose. You blow them out. Let them come and go. Who cares? One day you will discover a principle. To whatever we have given importance, that becomes the source of misery in our life. Anything you give importance. See? It is so important for us to understand. Then how to get rid of this undue importance? Jo thari rahe so mari rahe. O Lord, thy will be done. Nothing happens wrong in our life. Every single event is designed for our evolution. See, those who don't have children, that is designed for their evolution. Those who have children, that is designed for evolution. Those who have got good children, that is evolved for them. Those who have got terrible monster, it is for that. Nothing happens in our life to destroy us, provided we take this stand. Sarvan kaman asau aptva ye amruta bhavati ityadaha. Therefore, what is the Brahmanande Vidyananda? Freedom from desires is spiritual practice. Once I went to Shirdi, and those people know me, so I don't have to stand in a big queue. So I went, which was a shortcut. And there were always few commandalu. So I did namaskar, and they give me some coconut or sometimes something and go. So must be maximum 5, 7, 10 seconds. That's it. And I went. And thereafter, when those people came, Swamiji, how come? You just went like that? The police pushes us. But they don't tell you go away quickly, but you go fast. What is the reason? As the reason is, longer the list of desire, longer is the namaskar. If the list of desire is short, short namaskar. Do you think you don't ask anything? No, I have asked. What did you ask? I said, andar ki baat hai, why should I tell you? No, please tell. I said, I'll tell you on one condition. You ask only that. Never ask anything to any god hereafter. Promise? He said, yes. I said, look here, you have promise. If you break your promise, it will boomerang on you. Okay. Should I tell? I'll ask my wife. Then I told, look here, I have asked, O Lord, let there be no hatred, bitter attitude towards anything, anybody, any time, even in the dream, even for fun, even once in my life. This you ask. I asked that, he blessed me with that. Ask this. See, friends, only by hearing, watch your own mind. This is Brahmanande, Vidyananda. I have not done anything. Once we understand all the problems are because of wrong thinking and wrong conclusions. So, yakshan kridan ratim praptaha stribhihi yanai stathaitarai shariram na smaret pranaha karmana jivayet udam jivayet amum. See? Now such a wise person, he is abiding in the self to such an extent that he does not get involved in any of the body or mind activities. The things are happening through him, and therefore for him you cannot apply rules and regulations. The one who is driving the car, on him or her, traffic rules are applied. Those who are riding the car as a passenger, on them no rules and regulations are applied. See? The one who is abiding in the truth, for him there is no doership. Therefore, doing good or doing bad has no meaning for him. And therefore, he is no more bound by the law of karma. There are two ways. If we follow the path of knowledge as we are doing through Vidyananda, or if we follow the path of devotion, in both the things, ultimate result is the same. In devotion, our I is surrender at the will of the God, therefore whatever is happening, he is doing, we relax. Path of knowledge, no doership. Both of them lead to the same thing, and therefore they will be living without any do's and don'ts associated with them. Therefore, friends, I'll tell you one rule. Try this thing. Don't have too many rules on your head. One or two are enough. Those people who have got too many rules, they suffer so much. And when others are enjoying, they suffer more. इनको कुछ होता ही नहीं, कभी भी खाना खाते हैं, अरे राम राम राम. You eat, who told not to eat? See, Keep only simple rule. One rule you try. What is that rule? Dekho suno mat bolo. One rule. Then what should we do? See, friends, try this. It's such a simple rule. But then, no Ekadashi, no Thursday, then Saturday, Hanumanji. Don't get lost in that. About this, I'll tell you my rule. Keep the stomach full and head empty. We do the other way around. Stomach empty. And all the time think about food. Tomorrow the Ekadashi. What should be prepared? Sabudana khichdi? This is that. But this is very good. We are in South India. Ekadashi means you can eat everything except the white rice. Oh, wonderful. So whenever there is Ekadashi, come to Coimbatore and celebrate Ekadashi, daba aur khao. Friends. Therefore, don't carry unwanted burden on your head. Sarvan kaman saha apnoti nanyavad janma karma vihi varatante shotriye bhoga yugapat krama varajita. Therefore, this mantra I told you, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihidam Guhayam Sarvan Kaman Saha Apnoti. All his desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Na Anya Vat Jarma Karma Vihi. Not like the karma coming from the last life, etc. And therefore, Shrotriye Bhoga Yugapat Krama Varjitaha. So they do not create a sequence in the experience. Be very attentive. All our experiences are sequential. Get up in the morning, event number 1. Then go to the washroom, event number 2. Then brush, event number 3. Then take bath, event number 4. So time is created. Wherever a sequence is established, the time is created. Now, second example. Sleep. Enter sleep, one event. Thereafter, no event. I tell you one of my experience about this. Many years before, I was pretty young that time. And I went to my friend, and when I went to his house or whatever he took me, I saw it was evening 6 o'clock. And when I woke up at 10 o'clock, oh God, 4 hours I was sleeping. He said, 4 days you are in the hospital, you are not in my house. What happened? Because in that area, the other TT, there was too much deluge. The whole ocean has come inside the Bombay. Double-decker bus. Everybody migrated to the upper floor. There was no place for me to go. The suitcase keeping on the head, I was standing 8 hours. So when the flash of water comes, then kumbhak. And then water. Like that 8 hours you can imagine. Damn tired. And when I went to my friend's place, I didn't realize what he has done to me. Because event number 1, thereafter no event, no time is born. Therefore, Vartante Shrotriye Bhoga Yugapat Kramavarjita. Try this. Take the Lord's name, Om Namah Shivaya. Stop. You are one with the divine. And the moment you feel, oh words, I think some thought is coming, again fire. Om Namah Shivaya. Slowly and steadily, when you practice this, you will discover what is the meaning of divine experience, where sequence is not established, therefore time is not born, therefore we transcend time. When we transcend time, we transcend space also. In deep sleep, where are we? When are we? Both time and space gone. Because we are nobody. The more you work in this line, then only our practice of knowledge is being done. युवारूपी च विद्यावान निरोगी दृढ़चित्तवान संयोपेत सर्व पृथ्वी वित्त पूर्णा प्रलाप प्रपालयन. Hereafter, another important theme is taken. What is the meaning of this Brahmananda? What it is like? This topic comes in Taittiriya Upanishad. So, time is over. So, we will take it in our tomorrow's class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.